The problem with doctors is that they always want the perfect scenario, the ideal situation. And what doctors don't understand is a lot of times you can't have the perfect scenario. You can't have the ideal situation, okay? Perfect example is my wife, which she's going through right now. So she's currently on a ventilator. She has this thing connected to her. It's an EVD. It's a drain that's draining the fluids from her brain, right? So all of this is great because, yes, it relieved all that pressure that she was under. But the problem is that's just a liquid. There's still 7 effing tumors in her brain. Okay? That the liquid that's being drained has nothing to do with the tumors. The tumors are growing at rapid speeds. Eventually, it's going to kill her. That's it. She's going to die. No question about it, okay? Got to treat those tumors. Got to treat them. The only way to treat them is with chemotherapy. You got to do it, okay? So here's what the problem is. You got one doctor who's the neurologist, and you got another doctor who's the oncologist, okay? So basically, here's what the oncologist tells me. He says, listen, we need 2 things to happen before we could treat your wife with chemotherapy. I say, what's that? She's got to be off the ventilator. I said, okay, right? And then the second thing, we got to have the neurology team remove the EVD. They got to remove it. I need then 48 hours, okay, to go by, and then I can administer chemo. Because the problem is with this EVD connected to her, like brain, because it's draining into her stomach. I don't know where it's draining. I guess it's draining into her stomach. If they administer chemotherapy, all the chemotherapy won't go to the brain. He'll go to her stomach, right? So we need to remove that effing EVD. So the neurologist there kind of like, got pissed off at me. He's like, Richard, because I'm trying to like organize this whole plan. I'm trying to organize this. I'm like, look, this is what we need to do. We need everything to happen for Monday because this oncologist, he's gone until Monday. So I'm trying to give my wife some time to recover so it can be medically approved, not based on me, medically approved. I said, let's just try to coordinate this for Monday to make all this happen. But in other words, they would have, if all the stars are aligned and everything works out, if all the stars are aligned, I said Saturday should be the day that she's off the ventilator. And you got to remove that drain. You got to remove that EVD. So this way you can give 48 hours for Monday so that this doctor could come in and then administer the chemotherapy. Well, this is pissing off the neurologist. Got a little pissed off at me. I had to snap back at him for the first time. Look, I normally treat him with a lot of respect, but I had to snap. I had to give him a little bit of the James Gandolfini, a little Italian, a little Tony Soprano. He's like, look, Richard, we cannot and will not make medical decisions based on what you want. I said, look, with all due respect, this is my wife's life that we're talking about here. This is my wife's life. And this is the only chance she has. Okay, make it happen. Okay, what are you doing here? What are you doing here? You think you're helping her? Your job is to save people. Your job is not to let her sit in a ventilator and let the cancer continue to spread all over her brain. That's not saving her. That's not saving her. That's not your job. Okay, I don't give a shit his friggin' ego or he thinks he's the best of the best. Take the ego, bring it down a notch. You are here to save effing lives. That's the problem with these doctors. They want the perfect situation, the ideal situation before they do anything. Well, sometimes you don't have the friggin' ideal situation. I told the other doctor, I gave him an analogy. I said, listen, let me make you understand something. Imagine me and you were in the desert. Okay, in Las Vegas. He goes, okay, he's in the desert, right? I said, it's 115 or 120 degrees. We're dying of thirst. What do we need? Water? Ding, 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 ding. I said exactly. What happens if I find water? But hey, it's condemned a little bit, whatever. It's got some shit on it, Not really the greatest water. We're drinking it. He goes, we drink this water? I say, yes. You know why we drink it? Why? Because it's the only water that we have. It's the only water. You understand? You capiche? Capiche, what does this mean? So that's the thing, okay? I had to get a little tough on the doctors. Oh!